Brandon Aiyuk's offseason. I've been a little critical of Brandon Aiyuk so far this offseason, which is funny because last year I was very defensive of Aiyuk as Kyle Shanahan was critical of him. This year, Kyle Shanahan's been very praising him. Today, he said he looks having his best offseason ever. And said, it's funny because the last 2 years, there really wasn't an offseason. There was no offseason in 2020. There was an abbreviated offseason in 2021. This is the real thing, and Aiyuk's really benefiting from it. I don't disagree with that. I don't dispute that at all. And I'm not saying that Aiyuk's having a bad offseason. I just think that he can be better, is I guess what I'm saying. Shavarius Ward put it well today. He's an outsider. He doesn't really mince words. He sort of says how he's feeling. He says, Aiyuk, he can be a number one receiver. Everyone knows he can be a number one receiver once he gets his mind. He didn't say get his mind right. He cut himself off, but he said once he puts it all together. Yeah. And that's what I wanted to see from Aiyuk this offseason. That's what I want to see from Aiyuk this offseason. And to me, I didn't see it in these last 3 weeks. He's still good. He's always been good. He was good the moment he stepped onto this team. The first time he stepped on the practice field, he was good. But I don't see a number one wide receiver right now. He could have asserted himself during this period when Debo's gone and Kittle's gone. It's all you, man. Dominate. Assert yourself. Kick ass. But to me, I saw the same Brandon Aiyuk I've seen the last 2 years. Good player. But also, really, the bulk of Trey Lance's interceptions in front of the media the last 3 practices came when he was throwing to Aiyuk. At least 3 drops. Maybe 4. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't count. I'd like to see Aiyuk just step up and be that freaking stud that he can be. That he's never been yet. That Debo became last year. I think Aiyuk can do it too. But I didn't see him take that next step and assert himself. Maybe he'll do it in training camp. Maybe he'll do it this season. Maybe he never will. Maybe he's not an assertive player. Maybe he's a number 2 receiver. Maybe he's an excellent number 2 receiver. I don't know. We'll see. But I think we'll have a much better idea of what he is after this year, and that'll determine whether the Niners re-sign him. So, B for the offseason for Brandon Aiyuk. And I said that with Trey Lance too, right? I guess I'd like to see more from both of them. I feel like both of them can be A pluses. Maybe in training camp, those two will link up all over the field, big play after big play. So far, hasn't happened. T-Town, Jersey Niner says, I truly feel this season will rely on Trey. Thoughts? Yeah. Also, Kittle being healthy, Debo being healthy, Aiyuk stepping up, the offensive line not being awful. Trey equals young Big Ben. Maybe. I don't know. When I saw Big Ben in person in 2014 when Tom Sula was the coach, 15. All I know is he was throwing downfield all over the place because Kenneth Acker was on the field. And I was in the press box watching those throws being like, these are some of the most gorgeous passes I've ever seen. Unreal. I was in awe of Ben Roethlisberger that day. So that's what I think of when I think of Ben Roethlisberger throwing down the field. I haven't been in awe of a Trey Lance throw deep yet. You making a TikTok? Grant, TikTok would be lit. Man, I don't know. Maybe one day if I'm bored.